In recent years, a growing number of Malaysians have been making the move across the Causeway to Singapore. This is not a new trend, but in the last decade, especially after COVID, it has accelerated rapidly. Every day, thousands cross the border for work, while many others decide to permanently relocate. But why is this happening? What makes Singapore so attractive? And why are so many Malaysians willing to leave their home country behind? Today, we break down the real reasons behind this movement. Higher salaries and stronger currency. The most obvious reason is money. Singapore offers significantly higher salaries compared to Malaysia, especially in sectors like finance, technology, engineering, healthcare, and hospitality. When Malaysians earn in Singapore dollars and either save or send money back home, the exchange rate works heavily in their favor. Even a mid-level salary in Singapore can feel like a high-income job when converted to Malaysian ringgit. This currency advantage alone is enough to change lifestyles, allowing better savings, investments, and financial security. Better career opportunities and meritocracy. Singapore's economy is highly globalized. Many multinational companies have their Asia-Pacific headquarters there, which means exposure to international standards, global clients, and faster career growth. Malaysians often feel that in Singapore, promotions and career progress are more strongly tied to performance and skills rather than connections or background. This perception of meritocracy attracts young professionals who want their hard work to be recognized and rewarded. Class infrastructure and public services. Another major pull factor is Singapore's infrastructure. Public transport is efficient, reliable, and affordable. Healthcare facilities are modern and well-regulated. Government services are digital, fast, and transparent. For many Malaysians, daily life in Singapore feels smoother and more predictable. Whether it's commuting, dealing with paperwork, or accessing public services, the system simply works, and that reliability matters more than people often realize. Education and opportunities for the next generation. Families moving to Singapore often cite education as a key reason. Singapore's education system is globally ranked and highly competitive. From primary schools to universities, the focus on STEM, innovation, and discipline appeals to parents who want strong academic foundations for their children. Many Malaysians believe that growing up in Singapore gives their children better long-term career prospects and global exposure. Stability and rule of law. Singapore is known for being one of the safest countries in the world. Crime rates are low, laws are strictly enforced, and institutions are stable. For Malaysians, especially those from big cities, this sense of safety and order is extremely appealing. Political stability also plays a role. While Malaysia has experienced frequent political changes and uncertainty, Singapore offers continuity and predictability, which investors and professionals value deeply. Lifestyle, efficiency, and quality of life. While Singapore is often described as expensive, many Malaysians find that the efficiency of life balances the cost. Time is saved due to shorter commutes, efficient systems, and better planning. Food diversity, cleanliness, green spaces, and access to global entertainment all contribute to a high quality of life. For some, it's not about luxury. It's about convenience, structure, and peace of mind. 7. Brain drain and frustration back home. On the flip side, push factors from Malaysia are just as important. Many Malaysians express frustration over slower wage growth, limited high-skill job opportunities, and perceived inequality in certain sectors. Talented individuals often feel underutilized or underpaid. This leads to a brain drain, where skilled workers seek environments that better reward their abilities. And Singapore becomes the natural destination. proximity, and cultural familiarity. Unlike moving to Europe, Australia, or the United States, relocating to Singapore doesn't feel like leaving everything behind. The distance is short, cultures are similar, and food, language, and traditions overlap. Many Malaysians can return home easily for weekends or holidays. This proximity lowers the emotional and psychological cost of migration, making Singapore a safer and more practical choice. Long-term financial planning and security. Singapore's strong pension system, investment environment, and financial transparency attract Malaysians thinking long-term. CPF savings, stable property markets, and strong investor protections offer a sense of financial discipline and security. Even those who don't plan to stay forever often use Singapore as a place to build capital before returning home later. Is it all perfect? Despite the advantages, life in Singapore is not easy. Competition is intense, work culture can be demanding, and living costs, especially housing, are high. Some Malaysians eventually return home, missing the slower pace, family closeness, and affordability of Malaysia. However, many still feel the trade-off is worth it, at least during their prime working years. So why are Malaysians moving to Singapore? It's not just about higher salaries. It's about opportunity, stability, efficiency, and long-term security. Singapore represents a system that rewards skills, values time, and offers predictability. Malaysia, on the other hand, remains rich in culture, warmth, and lifestyle but struggles to retain its top talent. This movement isn't about abandoning one country for another. It's about people making rational choices for their futures. And as long as these economic and structural gaps exist, the flow of Malaysians to Singapore is likely to continue.